Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. We've got another quick one here. SpaceX did their Starship number 6 test flight yesterday, November 19th, 2024. I watched it, saw a couple things, and decided to make a little presentation. So here you go. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Get the comments, and I'll talk to you on the other side. Thanks. All right, folks, check this out. So we are going to briefly pause it here just to show you that this happens 4 minutes and 24 seconds into the flight, and that's where it is. Uh, and this is what it looks like in real speed.
Engines right before booster catch.
All right, now just real quick, we did
right
hear the
before booster catch.
All right, now just real quick, we did
right
hear the
before booster catch.
All right, now just real quick, we did hear the
Now look, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's something totally explainable and prosaic. But like I've said before with these things, when something is in space and it changes direction, it catches my attention. And the other thing is, this thing is moving very fast, it seems. In any event, when I saw this change of direction, it immediately made me think of this, which is the STS-48 footage from 1991 with the Discovery. We'll look at this again, and some of you may remember this, some of you may not, but you can find it online. But this made headlines because this thing was moving southeast to northwest, and then this flash happens right there where we pause it so you can see it, and then immediately it changes direction and speeds up. And then after that, this what appears to be some sort of projectile comes after it. And so yeah, so those events, the movement, the flash, the change of direction, the acceleration, and then, some people say it's a weapon that was shot from the planet. Who knows? All of those things were the focus of this back in 1991. And, the, the clarity of the footage is a little suspect, but like I said, it's that long ago, so whatever. But what's interesting here is this is what was my focus back then. And I remember this. I thought it was amazing that whatever this thing was just seemed to just show up out of nowhere right here. It was not on screen, and then all of a sudden it was, before it moved up and then changed direction. Anyway, when I saw this from yesterday on the SpaceX flight, it immediately made me think of this. So yeah, I wanted to share that. Okay, so digressing. So right after I saw this and the footage, literally a few seconds later, I spotted this. And unlike what we just looked at, this thing is not moving fast at all. It seems to be moving a little slow. It also seems to be pretty far away. But again, it's tough to tell. I'm just, telling you what it looks like to my eye. But yeah, I mean, there it is. This is real time. This isn't slowed. So if you recall, the first thing we focused on just now is at 4 minutes, 24 seconds in, and this is at, 4 minutes and 30 seconds in, and there it is. You can see it. Now, I left the link for this in the description so you can check it out for yourself, and you know exactly where to look because of the timer, and you can listen and see how the SpaceX folks address this. And I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, they didn't. And I've said with these things many times, these folks call everything out, and it's like a sense of pride. That they can predict and they know what's going on, and nothing is a surprise, and there's a schedule for everything. If you watch enough of these, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the call outs. And so when something this visually obvious and seemingly dynamic appears, it's very strange that there's radio silence from the engineers or people narrating the live cast. All right, folks. Well, there you have it, short and sweet. It's an interesting one. I think it's been a little perplexing. It's always cool when you get to see things that are that far, out in space because you don't get to see them very often. And also, I wanted to mention that with the STS-48 Discovery mission back in 1991, NASA eventually came out and said that what was captured were ice crystals, and the reason for the change of direction was a reaction to thrusting. So that's what the official position was of NASA, at least as I recall it. But you know, like I said in the presentation, this thing I saw yesterday was moving very, very fast, seemingly. I mean, and not that ice crystals can't move fast, but you know, I don't know. Uh, Either way, it's interesting to ponder. Thanks for your time. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, folks.